Hey guys, so this is kind of a new video setup. Obviously, I'm in front of the camera. You're actually seeing my face for the first time. Well, I guess not the first time because I have used that picture of me in that one production of The Little Mermaid back when I was in my junior year of high school, but that's about all you've seen of me so far, so this is my full face. I've just gotten tired of the laborious editing process that I have been using. It just takes too much time, and I'm just not passionate enough about YouTube to want to put that much time into my videos, especially when my audience is just not that large. So yeah, that's really fun. So today we are looking at and reacting to a commentary video regarding Cruella from the channel Paul and Morgan. Now, if you are not familiar with Paul and Morgan, they are a fundamentalist Christian couple who have a YouTube channel where they just give advice and give their interpretation of biblical texts as it relates to our current culture today. They make a lot of videos on sex and purity culture and sin, LGBT issues, all of that good shit. And so I thought it would be a fun thing to react today to a video they recently put out, which is a Christians are split on Cruella, our take. And I just think that might be a fun video to watch. I have not seen this video before. This is a genuine first time reaction, so you're gonna be seeing all of my genuine first time reactions in this video. And just for a little background on me, I am an atheist, but I grew up Christian. I started questioning my faith when I was around 11 years old and became a fully atheist when I was 13 years old, so I am well versed in Paul and Morgan's religion and the texts that they are using, the holy texts that they are using, and kind of their mindset. And I do just want to say really quickly, just a brief disclaimer, please don't go hate on these people. I think they are genuinely nice people, and I do think that some of the stuff that they preach and propagate is harmful. Not all of the doctrines that they adhere to are beneficial to society today, but I don't think they're bad people, and so don't go hating on them. Don't post hate comments on their videos. It doesn't create good discourse. It just creates hostility, and that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm trying to do with this video. I just think it's interesting to give my take on whatever they're going to talk about. I don't know if I'm going to be pissed off or will I agree with some of the stuff they say. I really don't know. So yeah, let's just get right into the video.
It's funny, like, when I see Christian YouTubers especially make videos talking about, like, popular movies and bringing in, you know, the culture and faith and whatever, I get intrigued and I enjoy clicking on those videos.
I mean, I certainly was intrigued, and so I clicked on this video.
Well, alright, someone made a TikTok where she explained and kind of really begged people to not go see Cruella. Do not let your kids see it. It is demonic. It is what? It's
she said well, she kind of said it was a movie that worships Satan. And yeah. I'm just gonna actually play her TikTok because it's only a minute long. And then I'm gonna read some of the main comments on that, and then we're gonna dive in.
Okay,
Morgan
cool.
and I saw Cruella 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So we do, kind of know what we're talking about.
Okay, I'm glad that they've seen Cruella, so they actually do know what the fuck they're talking about when discussing this film. Okay, so they're about to play the TikTok that they were referencing earlier.
To all the parents and anybody who loves God, please watch this. It's about Cruella de Vil, which is a Disney movie that just came out, and it's worshiping the devil. In the film, they actually say that Cruella de Vil is actually devil, and they switched the name from this to this. And the theme song actually says, call me crazy, call me insane, but you're stuck in the past and I'm ahead of the game. And then it goes into, and the devil has much better taste. And then it continues and it says, there's always a line at the gates of hell. Movies like this aren't just a cute, childlike movie. They're actually desensitizing our youth, and they're actually glorifying evil. We all need to be aware and be alert that the devil is working. It's more important than ever to put on the full armor of God so we can take a stand against the devil's schemes to steal, kill, and destroy. Make make sure to tag some friends.
Okay, I have some stuff to say about that. First of all, she talks about Cruella de Vil's name as if that wasn't the intention with her name. It's not hidden at all. It's very clearly supposed to be Cruel Devil, and she was like, oh no, it's like this secret message or something that it's like desensitizing the youth to, and I'm like, no, that's kind of the point. And then she talked about the theme song. I can't really comment on that. There was a lot of music in that film, and I don't honestly remember most of it, especially not the lyrics. Also, it is not a kids movie. Cruella is not a kids movie. She's like saying it's desensitizing our children to satanic shit, and it's rated PG-13. It is definitely not a kids movie. I think kids can see it. There's nothing super explicit in terms of its PG-13 rating. But yeah, it's not a kids movie. It's not a Pixar movie or an animated Disney movie. It's very clearly made for the teen to young adult crowd.
So personally, after watching the movie, I really liked it. I thought that it was very well done. Cruella de Vil in this movie, Cruella, she is not the bad guy. And so, like, in my mind, Disney just decided, like, okay, there's this character, Cruella, that has black and white hair, and she's kind of crazy. We're going to take little aspects of that from 101 Dalmatians, but we're going to totally rewrite this story of her and who she is and how she...
And this is nothing to do with this specific video, but this is just my personal commentary on Cruella as a film. Yeah, I would totally agree. I really don't think it is representative of Cruella de Vil in terms of like her origin in the 1969 animated film, nor with the live action film with Glenn Close. I think that it is a very different take on the character that barely resembles Cruella de Vil at all. And that's kind of one of my main issues with it. It's the same issue I had with Joker, that being that I think they took a really interesting script, a really interesting character, and warped it to fit a pre-existing IP, because all of the stuff that has to deal with 101 Dalmatians, I don't particularly like. Everything else I think is really fun. I think it's really unique, really interesting. There's still some typical live-action Disney cliches in there for sure, but for the most part, I think it's a really interesting character study, and I do think it is diminished a lot by having it tied to the 101 Dalmatians storyline.
Like, she is not the next movie that comes out, if they make a second one, which I think they will, she's not going to become all of a sudden this person who is skinning dogs and making clothes out of them.
There was never...
like, just being brutal towards innocent people.
There was...
See, and I there's my same point coming up again. Even if they do make a sequel that follows more of the 101 Dalmatians storyline, I can't see them really doing that with the Estella that they created and crafted for this film. It just doesn't really make sense. They would have to do a complete 180 with her character, which makes me very nervous for the sequel if there is one. I don't know what they're gonna do.
It was a PG-13 movie. I would not let, personally, my child watch that until they're like 14, 15, 16 years old. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't want
I think a
10-year-old
can watch Cruella.
I think much more this entire movie was actually like this woman growing up and very rough, like losing her mom and yada yada yada. Kind of like discovering who she is and always knowing growing up that she was different. She was more creative. She likes to get a little wild with her hair, and she was born with white hair and black hair, and like she was always different, and she started going down this like kooky path and then realized like it's really selfish and it's not just affecting my life, it's affecting the people's lives around me that I love, and I can't live like this. And she like made a shift of like, I'm going to accept the fact that I am different, that, you know, I am unique, but I'm not going to become this self-centered, self-sabotaging and sabotaging other people's lives just because of that. Like, and I thought that it was a really good point. And yeah, interesting that Disney kind of went that route of like, okay, accept who you are, but let's like hold back the reins a little bit and not like, you know, destroy other people's lives because you want to live however the heck you want to live. I don't know. So
there were...
I may be reading too much into this. I probably am, but that kind of sounds like a dig on the LGBTQ plus community. I could be totally wrong. Please do not take my word for that. They have just made some very strong, they've made their opinions very, very clear on their channel before regarding LGBTQ plus issues and the LGBTQ plus community, and they are not the biggest fans, as you could probably tell. I am probably reading a lot into that. I don't think that's probably where she was going. That's just how I personally read that statement. But again, I'm probably reading too much into that.
So actually, the girl who posted the TikTok video you saw, she also posted it to Instagram, and she says, "Warning: if you love God, don't watch Cruella de Vil. It worships the devil." And real quick, my initial thought is genuinely, did you watch the movie?
Yeah, did you watch the movie?
Your main takeaway is that the movie worships the devil. I'm kind of like...
Yeah, I'm like, where did you get that from? Literally at
I'm
all.
genuinely baffled. Like, where the hell did you get devil worship from Cruella? It's about the fashion industry, for Christ's sake. Which, I mean, oh my god, I said for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Oh shit, I'm gonna burn in hell for all eternity. You best believe.
So let's look at a few of the top comments here. Someone says, "I hate this. I was looking forward to watching it too. Thanks so much for sharing." Someone else said, "I watched the trailer for it because I thought it would be like 101 Dalmatians, like her side of the story. And when I watched it, you can just tell that the way things are, it definitely is very satanic. They called her the devil many times in just a minute trailer."
No, they don't. That is just a flat-out lie. They do not call her the devil multiple times in a single trailer. I don't think they said it once, if I'm being perfectly honest. And no, it does not glorify Satan at all either.
If you watch the trailer, like, I agree with Morgan. The trailer was much more dark than the movie, and you may have been like, I'm not even going to go there. I respect that. When it came to, who was it? Was it DC that did the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix? Mm-hmm. When I saw that movie was coming out, I did a little research on it and decided, as much as I enjoy these type of films, and I was hearing that it was a really well done film, I didn't feel right in my spirit to go watch that film. I just didn't. After the research I did, it to me seemed too heavy and too dark.
And that's fine. I really don't have a problem. I mean, if you have a problem with the content of a film, if it is far too dark, if you don't think that it will be beneficial to your mental state or your mental well-being, or as he liked to call it, his soul, his spiritual journey, or whatever the hell, that is totally your prerogative. You do not have to watch any film. Do not let anyone pressure you to watch a film that you are not comfortable with the content of. That is 100% your choice. But it does make me sad that he chose not to watch a beautiful film like Joker because there is content that he doesn't approve of in it. That really sucks. But his loss, I mean, his loss.
Because there is, guys, like, we are acknowledging there's so much junk in Hollywood and in entertainment, and saturating now more so than ever kids movies. If you come to the place where you say, I'm just not going to touch any of it,
That's a funny statement that he said now more than ever kids movies this stuff is popping up in, and I would like to show him any 80s kids movie. I mean, good lord, the PG rating doesn't even mean anything anymore. Everything that is PG is basically G. All of the kids movies are so tame nowadays. You don't get anything like what you did in the 70s or 80s with kids movies. It's just not at all true that it's now more than ever having more adult content saturating kids movies. That's just not true, and a blatant lie to his audience, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, I mean, we both grew up watching Harry Potter, or I did, and loved it, and then got to a place where both of us just feel convicted to not watch it anymore, so.
Not me with my fucking, dark mark tattoo on my forearm. My mother is the exact same way. She refuses to watch Harry Potter because there's witchcraft and that is, satanic. And I'm like, it's a fucking movie, dude. It's not real. It's fiction. It's very clearly fiction. It was based off some freaking children's books that started back in the late 1990s. There's nothing satanic about this. Do the movies definitely get darker? Yes, they do. they do transition to that PG-13 rating later in the series, because not all of them are for kids. I think kids can easily watch all of the Harry Potter movies, but that is not really what those later films are aiming for in terms of their demographic. But yeah, I think it's ridiculous when Christians will say they feel convicted to not watch Harry Potter because there is that sorcery in there. Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Okay, so that's basically the end of the video. They wind up going into some of their live chats and commenting on the comments people have left on this video. But yeah, that's pretty much it for their criticism. And honestly, really not that bad. Pretty tame for a Paul and Morgan video. I really wouldn't mind doing more commentary videos like this, specifically on Paul and Morgan or like Girl Defined or something. So let me know in the comments if you want to see more stuff like that, or if you would like me to continue more with like movie reviews and stuff. I'll probably do a mix of the two. I'm just honestly trying to figure out what I like to do in terms of YouTube, what I like in terms of my filming style, and what I like to make content on. But at the same time, I also want to create content that you as viewers also enjoy, because what the hell is the point if I'm enjoying making it but no one is enjoying watching it? There's really no point in doing YouTube at that point, because really all of this stuff is for you guys, right? So yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see more of for me, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me today as I reacted to this surprisingly positive video from Paul and Morgan. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, do all of that good YouTube stuff that boosts me up in the algorithm, or don't, you know? But yeah, until next time, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and if you want to see more content from me, you can do so right now.